Hello dancers, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm sort of doing more of a sit down video and I want to talk about a topic that I'm really passionate about, and it's super important for every single dancer to just sort of take on what I'm saying so you can get yourself in the right mindset when it comes to ballet in general. So before I get talking about it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this video if you enjoy it, and let's get straight on into it. So the topic I'm talking about today is how to not compare yourself to other dancers. And I feel like every single dancer at some stage does this. I did it, the girls that you're dancing with would do it, you would do it. Everyone does do it at some stage in all aspects of life, whether it's dancing or whether they're a lawyer or a doctor. I'm sure every single profession this happens to people. I just want to start off by saying you've really got to remember that you are you and you are unique. Whether that's your strengths and weaknesses we're talking about, they make you unique and they make you who you are, and that makes you really special. Remember firstly that if you're really good at one thing, you've got to remember that the girl next to you might not be as good at that, but then she might be better in other aspects. So when you're in ballet class and let's just say you do a pirouette and you're not having a good turning day and there's someone else in the class that's having a really good turning day, good on them. Let them soak it up, because that is part of training, that is part of learning, and that is part of growing. But making sure that you're not comparing yourself to that, it's a very fine line, and it's very important that you can be happy for when some people are having good days and also be there for people when they're not having their good days as well. But you just got to remember that if you don't find turning easy, that's to make you a bad dancer. In fact, that's going to make you a different dancer to the person next to you, and you're obviously going to be good at something else that maybe they're not quite good at. So you've really got to remember that your strengths and weaknesses seriously make up who you are, and you should be very proud of that. And you're all there for the same reason too. You obviously all love ballet. So you got to remember too that everyone else has got their different journeys and different paths. Just because, let's just say for example, your friends are going on point and maybe you're not because your teacher doesn't feel like you're ready. That doesn't matter, because everyone blossoms and blooms at different times. So I can definitely say that I was a late bloomer and I would always be the person behind everyone else my age. And that's not a bad thing, because in the long run, the people that were blooming very, very fast, they actually ended up not going on to professional schools and professional companies because they peaked too early. So it can be a really good thing, and just trust and have faith that your journey is put in a certain way, because that's what suits you and that's what's meant to happen. Even if you feel like you're slightly behind someone else, that seriously can be one of the best things that happens to you. It could be the reason why you might make it, and the person that is ahead of you currently when you're 13 or 14, and they might not because they're peaking too early. So remember that you're on your own journey, you're on your own path, and no one has that same path as you. And that's what makes it so fascinating as well. Can you imagine if we all did the same thing and had the same paths and knew what was going to happen? It'd be so boring. The future should excite you, and the future should make you go, wow, I had a bit of a setback there and I can see that maybe that girl might be better in that way because she didn't get that setback. But that doesn't matter. That's fine, because at the end of the day, if you love ballet and if you love what you do, then that honestly will take you so far. So you really have to remember that and have faith in it too. Another thing is focusing on other people actually wastes so much time. So much time. Like, okay, I can sit here and say, even for what I do, you know, I'm a ballet coach, and obviously I have a lot of people that are copying and maybe following what I do and trying to replicate it. Can you imagine if I wasted time focusing on those people? I wouldn't get anything done, you know? Like, I have to remember that I've got something unique and special which makes what I do different to everyone else. So if I was to sit there and worry about what other people are doing, I wouldn't be coaching so many of you. I wouldn't be creating leotards. I wouldn't be doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. You know, I wouldn't have enough time to fit all in. So as selfish as it sounds, all of your energy and time is so precious, and I put a very, very big importance on that. Whatever I do in life, it's to make sure that I'm focusing on myself and I'm focusing on my own goals, because I don't have time to waste on other people that are trying to do something similar, or they're trying to grab my attention in the wrong ways. I wouldn't choose to take that on. And it's the same thing as a dancer. You know, if you spend so much time focusing on why that person got picked, or why can they do so many pirouettes, or why can they get their legs so high, do you think that you're making yourself better, or you're going to make yourself do more pirouettes by doing that? No. You know what's gonna make you do more pirouettes or get your legs higher is by working on it. So that's something that I learned really, really fast in a career in ballet. You can't spend your time wondering or worrying about other people. You've honestly got to focus on yourself, and you have to make sure that yourself is your #1 priority when it comes to this profession, and even any profession in classical ballet. Like, even as I said, for what I do, you know, I have to worry about Claudia Dean coaching. I can't be worrying about all these other people around me. I have to make sure that that is my priority and that is what I work on. So as a dancer, that is so important. So if you can take one thing out of this video, I would say that focusing on other people just wastes too much time, way too much time. So you just got to make sure that your path is the most important path according to you. So this is another example. You can just think of this. So let's just say you're running a race, and there's someone obviously winning, and there's always someone winning, okay? So they're at the front. Where do you think they're looking? They're looking at the finish line, okay? Where do you think the person that's coming second is looking? They're looking at the person that's coming first. They're looking at the person that's in front of them. Wrong. You know what you should be doing? You should be looking at the finishing line as well, because wasting that energy on why that person is slightly in front of you, even for a split second, can be the reason why someone doesn't win. So remember, always be looking in front of you, always try and see light at the end of the tunnel, and remember that that finish line is gonna be there if you really focus on it. Like, you've gotta be so focused. That's the most important thing. Remember to set yourself goals too. So don't sort of just go into class or go in day by day, not have a task or goal to achieve for that week or that month or that year. You've got to know what they are so strongly, so you can make sure that when you do go into class, you've got a purpose, and you know that if you work and focus on yourself, then you're gonna make those goals happen. So I would say if you're really struggling with comparing yourself to other people, really just set yourself your own goals. Don't base that on anyone else but you. So remember that you're the most important person in this situation, and you're gonna base your goals around your strengths, around your weaknesses, and then you can fix them. As I always say, ballet is honestly a very tough profession. I think the people that really come out alive and the people that do succeed and join companies and do all that, it's because that they're so head focused and their mind is so strong and so powerful. Even for example, okay, I taught a girl the other day, and actually she might actually watch this video, but I'm not gonna say who it is just in case. So let's just pretend her name is Sally. I said to Sally, okay Sally, we're gonna do some fouettes. And her face went, and I said, how many fouettes can you do? And she said, I can do 2. And I said, okay, now you're going to do 16 for me, Sally. And her face went, I don't know if I can do that, Miss Claudia. I don't know if I can do that. I said, no, let's do it. You have to do 16, okay? And I told her one correction, which actually I'll try and release to you all, because I think this correction just helps so many people. So I will release it, but I'll save it for another video. But it's definitely my top secret for fouettes. And I told her the correction, and I told her that she can do it if she focuses on this one correction. You know what she did? She did 17 fouettes. So after having told me that she could only do 2, because I set a goal, and because I said, no, Sally, you can do this, you've got to focus on this, you can do it, she did 17. She did 1 more than what I said. And that just proves it. It proves that you can do anything if you focus on yourself and you focus on your own goals, and that should honestly drive you to do better and better every single class. And I can't say this enough, but remember that you're unique and you're individual. No one can be you. Like, how amazing. No one can actually be you. Just remember that. Like, I'm even telling myself that, going, yes, like that's so true. People can try and copy, and people can try and replicate, people can try and do this, that, and they can try and do what you do, but they're never gonna do it like you, because you're completely different and you're so individual in your own way. And be confident in that, and know what you have is unique and what you have is special, and that will honestly take you so far. So I really hope today's video has helped at least one of you. That would just make my day. I really hope it has. So if it has, comment below, and just remember, you know, I'm an extra support for you all. I know that sometimes I can't reply to every single comment, or I can't reply to every single direct message I get on Instagram, but honestly, I read them all and I'm thinking of you. When you send those messages to me, I am thinking of you, and I know that through hard work and persistence, all the private messages I get on social media, you know, whether they're good or whether there's someone that's worried about they can't do something, or I know that with perseverance, it's all fixable. So have faith in that, have faith in you. Remember, be confident in your own skin. That's the most important thing. So the sooner you can remember that and start putting that into action, you're gonna be the best dancer you can be. Big love to you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.